What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Negrito Grande. So, I'm gonna tell you guys about my second trip to Black Mexico, also known as Guerrero. So, anyways, pain in the ass with my airline. Se llama Volaris or Volaris. Pain in the ass. I'll tell you about them a little later during the end. But when I got down there to Black Mexico, got off at the airlines at in Acapulco. Stopped by, mis viejitos y mi otro pueblo, or the other villages that I visited last time. To pay homage and pay dues of my respect to my host families out there. Gave them some dab, high five them, whatever. Kicked it with them maybe for about 3 hours. After that, I had to keep it moving because this time, my second trip down there, I was my intentions was to go, more south, to see the more of the Afro people down there, So after I went to go visit the host family in Acapulco, I hopped in a taxi. It only costed me about maybe 120 pesos. That's like equivalent less than $10 to travel about maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours south of Acapulco. So when I got down there and I was in La Costa Chica, that's the area where most of the Afro people are at, and that's where I was at last time. So when I got down there, I already set up shop at a hotel. The hotel costed me about 200 pesos. That's like equivalent to like $12 a night. So, I mean, that was cool or whatever. The people were cool there too. Hey, que onda, que rollo, so de Tijuana, que onda. What's good. Tell me what's going on out here and show me around. That's just how I get down when I go to new areas. So, after that, I ran into a few of my friends that I linked up with out there. They shown me around. Man, now let me tell you about the weather. The weather is hot as chicken crap out there. I'm gonna try to not curse, but or excuse my French, but it was hot as shit out there. But I mean that explains why most of the morenos are out there, or the darker Mexicans are out there. So, anyways, so once I, got there, I had my friends out there with me. They took me to El Centro, or the downtown area. We went into it was close like to a school or whatnot. So as you can see in these pictures, everybody, I was like pretty much an alien there, and it was crazy because everybody wanted to come up to me. They wanted to at least hear me talking English, but I don't know why. But for a lot of people out here, they adore Americans, especially they just want to hear you speak English. I mean, and to me, like, honestly, I hate speaking English. I rather speak in Spanish. I only speak English if I have to, or if it's business oriented. So, anyways, I could just kind of felt like a celebrity there, but of course it depends on how you carry yourself too. So they were like, "Man, oh my gosh, can we take a picture with you?" I'm like, "Cool, no worries, not a problem, whatever." So we took pictures, whatever. And people just ask me questions. Hey, ¿de dónde eres? Soy de Estados Unidos, pero vivo en Tijuana. Tijuana es mi tierra, es mi barrio, y todo. But yeah, so pretty much out there they just showing me a lot of love, and it was very, very surprising to me because they know about their Afro ancestry and history out there. Even if they do have more indigenous blood in them, they still consider themselves Afro-Mexicanos. So that was very surprising to me, and I was shocked, but that was cool because they actually know about their Afro ancestry. So after that, man, I've just seen a lot of morenos down there. Dark chocolate, skinned Mexicans down there. So it I was surprised, but again I kind of wasn't because I already did the research down there in Guerrero in La Costa Chica. So after that, let me tell you guys about the food. So the food is really natural down there. I mean natural as in you would see a chicken run by, a person would grab that chicken, kill that chicken on consignment, pluck the feathers, and cook that chicken right up in front of you and serve it to you on a plate. Well, that's not how it went, but I know that that's probably how it really gets out there when it comes to the naturalness of the foods. But it's more like a village out there, so that's kind of their way of life out there. They don't have fat factories to process the food and things like that, so they keep it natural. So when it comes to the food out there, oh my God, man, this is like the first time I've ever felt that my body had to readapt to another country's type of food or lifestyle of food, because me, I live in Tijuana, so the food is still different from the United States. So like I said again, I've never been sick in Tijuana, so I guess my body got adjusted to a certain extent with the food in Tijuana. But in Guerrero, damn, it's a whole nother ball game. So out there they have gordas. I think it's like some tortilla, some like thick ass tortilla shell with frijoles. That's like black beans, and queso, cheese. And I've never had beans before with queso, so of course this family, one of my host families down there that I ran into or that I met, and they were so cool with me. I was cool with them. They're like, you know what, man, you can stay with us because we have a two-story house, and the second part of the house upstairs is sectioned off, and nobody lives there or whatnot. So pretty much, if you want, you can ditch that hotel and stay with us. I was well overwhelmed, like damn, like I kind of felt bad because of course, like me being from the USA, I don't want to feel like a burden on anyone. I pay homage, like I'll even drop some money down, just being considerate. So I just don't like to be a burden on no one, so I kind of like to give them their own space. Or I know I'll pay my dues. So I just told him like, muchas gracias, muchísimas gracias, pero ay, estoy muy triste porque ay, no quiero porque ay, yo no quiero sentir muy triste. Pero see, they were just like, hey, don't even trip, don't worry about it. We want you to stay here. So I'm like, damn, all right. So it's kind of like they were forcing me, but of course, when it comes to the tradition of Mexico, if they offer you something, you better take it. So I guess I stayed at the hotel maybe about for 6 days. So I end up coughing up like what 1,200 pesos, which is equivalent to like maybe $70. So I was like, all right, cool. So I guess I can just pocket the rest of the money, I guess, just for hospitality. So I end up crashing at one of my I guess my new host family there. Then I met another friend down there, and his family was offered. Man, I was getting offered offered houses left to right, like three different families, just because the presence that I've brought, as in the spirit I brought around them and whatnot. So we were just cool. We were just real cool peoples like that. So anyways, yeah, after that, like I said, when it comes to the food, man, my body, maybe after about a week, because I was out there for about 2 weeks, so maybe about a week and a half, man, I promise you guys, man, my body felt like it was about to collapse. I mean, I've never felt like that in my life. And like I said again, man, is my body was about to just like drop and pass out. And like I said, maybe I was homesick from Tijuana, or maybe it was from my body didn't adapt as fast to the naturalness of the food out there, or again, I think it was from the dirty ass water out there, because again, the myth is the water system in Mexico is not is clean. Never drink from the faucet. And of course, when they cook their food, water is an essential. So I really think in the way that I seen the water, man, oh my God, crazy. Anyways, the water, I promise you guys, in this, I think the other video I put up about the water system or whatnot, don't drink the water or is the water safe in Mexico? In that picture, I promise you, I seen that same setup, and I seen tadpoles, I seen baby fishes swimming in that water, and the people out here in the villages, they use that same water to wash their dishes, to do their laundry, but I don't think they drink that water. But it comes from the faucet from the ground. They call it, out, um, what do they call it? Agua de llave, which means it's kind of like a water well. So I'm thinking I'm not used to that shit. I'm not used to seeing little tadpoles and little baby fishes swim in the same water I wash my dishes with or I wash my clothes with. So I was just like, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna have to adapt and make it do what it do. And this is a whole new lifestyle. So whatever, I didn't really complain about that. So like I said again to you guys in my other video, me, I've always bought bottled water to drink. But again, when it comes to the food, when you buy, go to these restaurants out here or these little taco shops or whatnot, me personally, everybody's different, but me personally, I've been sick. I've gotten sick twice within the same week, and my body, my immune system, it recovers rapidly. So maybe after 2 days of being sick, my body recovered, and maybe 2 days later, I got sick again, man. I mean sick as in throwing up, like three times in one night, and I rarely ever get sick. So I was just pissed off about that. But like I said again, there's an X amount of factors that played a part of why I got sick. But I really blame the water, because me looking at the water personally, physically, and I know that that's, how they wash their dishes and things like that, but I'm not saying they cooked with that same water, but that's where I'm blaming it. But other than that, the people are awesome out there. I love the people out there, man. They showed me so much love out there. Again, they're like family out there. So like I said, when it comes to the people, I love them. And like I said in my other videos, they shown me nothing but family love out there, from all the people out there. I've never felt inferior. And like I said, yes, I am chocolate out there. So to them, they consider themselves moreno or morena, which is like just like a dark skinned person. But me, I'm chocolate, so I stand out from the rest of them, but they still look at me as, like, you're just like us, we're not going to treat you anything, different. We're going to treat you like family. So you're moreno, just like us. So I'm like, damn, that's what's up. That's cool then. Even though I did see a lot of chocolate people out there like me and different shades of chocolate. I swear we should name this like 50 shades of chocolate out here. But yeah, so again, the people are hella cool out there. I love the people out there, and they live a complete different lifestyle out there. They're very tranquilo, very relaxed out there. They live a very humble lifestyle out there. They don't need, materialistic things like the United States, in other places. Just as an example, don't take it personal. But yeah, but for me, my body had a hard time adjusting to the food out there and the water out there as well. But overall, my time out there in like Costa Chica, loved it, man. I got invited to, like, man, they were just inviting me to so many different places, like different families, different groups of people. It's like, hey, you should come, of course in Spanish, you should come to, mi boda, El Sábado, on Saturday. Then there's like 3 different, weddings on the same day. So I got one family, depending on me to come to their wedding. Then I got this other family that's been, harassing me to come to their, not really harassing, but really like wanting me to come to their wedding that day. And then another one. So I was like, damn, what am I going to do? Maybe I should just, go to one wedding for about an hour or so, then, tell the family, like, hey, I have to go visit my friend for a little bit, go check up on him, and go to his. But I don't know, but I ended up going to, I believe, one of them, so I missed out on the other 2. But Um, I feel like I made a good profile out there. I'm known as Negrito Grande or Negrito Bimbo out there. So yeah, man, my trip out there, it was lovely with the people. Now, let me give y'all the real, man. As far as the clubs out there, me, I love to be active. I love to dance, and I love to get active. So the club was hella garbage out there, man. I'm so sorry, but the club was hella garbage. I do not recommend that club out there, and they call it El Disco. The DJ was hella garbage, man. I'm sorry, but he was whack as hell, man. And I'm gonna give y'all this experience. There's like one club or disco bar or disco place to dance overnight in like the whole entire area. So if you're expecting to, go out for some drinks or whatnot and try to dance to like some electronica música or disco y otra tipo de música, but it's kind of like pop and stuff like that. But anyways, so I went up to the DJ, right? So it was hella dead. So I was with my two homeboys. We went there, we chilled. It was like 11 o'clock. I got them a bucket of beer to just chill and relax. And I went up to the DJ. I was like, man, hey, can you change this electrical music to like some bachata or some hip hop or some banda corridos or algo para bailar, because nobody was fucking dancing to that shit. Like, yeah, it's a few heads up in there. So I'm like, me, okay, I'm out here in Black Mexico. I'm here, to have a good time, and it's like, fuck it, whatever. So me, I guess I had to adjust to the songs he had turned on. So I'm like the only one on the dance floor, like literally the only one on the dance floor dancing. And then there's a bunch of other people like sitting down at their table watching me, like Google eyeing me, like, yeah, I'm just the only one dancing here, on a solo mission. But like I said again, I just had to make the best out of it because the dude was hella weak. He wasn't playing no good songs at all, man. And I even told the bartender, like the head honcho that owned the little disco bar, like, hey man, what's up with your DJ, man? Can you tell him to change the music? Because obviously you see me, I'm the only one dancing out here and nobody is dancing on the dance floor. So that should tell you something, which means, significa cambia la pinche música, is no bueno. Por eso la gente no están bailando. The people are not dancing because the music is weak. So again, he didn't change the fucking music. So I was like, you know what, man, let's dip up out of here, man. So we was only there for about 45 minutes and we just bounced out. I'm like, man, horrible garbage. So I don't recommend that fucking disco bar or whatever. It was hella weak. Sorry, that's just my experience. Yeah, but anyway, so I'm not trying to kill y'all eardrums by just going off. So, anyways, the whole point, of my trip, I made a lot of connections out there. The people are really cool out there. I wanted to just link up and expose myself out there. Being a Black American, of course, out there. So, just wanted to let the people know that we're not all bad that you see on TV. Um, but now I know y'all want to hear about the women out there. Oh my God, drop dead gorgeous. Like I said, I really observe the mixtures out there, and the main mix out there is I call them Afro-Indians or what do they call them? I call them Black Pocahontases out there because they all have the mix of indigenous blood with the Afro or African blood. The crossbreed between the two, so you get those 50 gradients of chocolate and tan skin with that curly ass hair, curly wavy ass hair. And that's just the mix of the community because that's all you really see out there is the indigenous people out there with the Afro people. So again, like Costa Chica has a history of that when the Africans rebelled from their slave owners, from the Spaniards, and they ran out to different parts of La Costa Chica, and they stayed in their little villages, and then they ran into like the Native American indigenous people and interbred with them, and that's how you get those mixed breeded, Afro-indigenous people down there in that community. I know I should have taken a lot more pictures, but I was just mind blown by just seeing the type of people out there anyway. But yeah, the life out there is very traditional. Me, I'm more like a city boy. That's why I'm here in Tijuana. But yeah, so let me just kind of wrap this up with the last part. So if you guys do want to visit out here and you feel like your body won't adjust or whatnot, or you don't want to go into that experience about, getting sick or whatnot, or you want to prepare yourself, next time I'll say I'm going to go with like a backpack, like 2 weeks worth of American food. I mean, because there is a Walmart and there are American stores inside Acapulco. So I'll just say, like, before you go down, deep south of Acapulco, stop by Walmart and buy like a bunch of supplies of American food that you can cook down there. Just, for backup or not. You can still try the food, the Pueblo food, the food of the villages and whatnot. But like I said, that's just my personal experience and whatnot. But now coming back was a pain in the ass, man. The airlines, I guess well, it was my fault the first time because I didn't double check the date coming back. So I ended up having to cancel that, and they didn't give me my money back, so I was pissed off. Spent like $200 trying to come back, and they pretty much was like, nope, you can't change it or whatnot, and I just lost out on $200. And I guess I went down there when all the tourists were coming down there, so the ticket was like out the ass, outrageously high. So I had to spend another $233 for another ticket, and like I said again, the time I got down there, I guess I missed, well, nah. So anyways, yeah, so I had to come out of pocket, again. So man, it was crazy. So yeah, I had a horrible experience with the airlines coming back to TJ. I was like, you know what? Let me just pay this money, man. I'm ready to get the hell up out of here, man, and I need to get back home. I got things to do. So yeah, so that was my Well, let me tell you about my my other part of my experience down there. I almost forgot. My other host family down there in Playa Ventura. God, man, they make me feel like family so much down there, man. I swear they do. But yeah, like I said again, down there it was really cool down there. But the first time I got down there on that Saturday, and I went to like another party down there, a big fiesta down there, and I guess my host family, one of her nephews got shot that same night or the following morning because things kicked off. Everybody was drinking, and man, it went haywire, man. In Guerrero, you go need a pistol. You're going to need a gun for protection, man. At least, because I mean, people just getting whacked for obvious reasons. But again, man, Guerrero is it's cool as hell. I like it down there, but for protection, man, walking around, you're going to need a gun. But besides that, though, everything was cool though, man. But I'm just talking out my ass. But again, in certain parts, I didn't feel too safe. I always have to keep my one eye open. But again, that's just me, having the mentality of me. And like I said, people, feel like I'm American and they assume I got money and this and that with the stereotypes. So of course I'm always caution. But other than that, man, I loved it down there. I had a few bad experiences with the fucking airlines and being sick. But other than that, it was really cool. I loved it. And man, Black Mexico, man, it's cool down there. I like it down there. But yeah, I'm back home in Tijuana. Entonces, si tienes preguntas, pregúntame pues y ya. Sale pues.